They want the regular people out of not only XRP, they want them out of all the bank coins, so that the people who are at the top are the only ones who profit from it. Listen, it's not only that. Let me be clear. A lot of people at the top don't like the people that they believe to be at the bottom. This is not the first time I've seen things like this. A lot of us have. You just don't come out and talk about it. Same thing happening now. Every single time XRP is looking good, they're having great developments, they start putting this pressure on the people to get out of XRP. Hey, to each his own. You do what you want to do. I'm just saying it's pretty apparent that they want the people out of XRP. Now, what's going to happen when XRP takes off and hits $1, hits $1.50, hits $2, $3? It can do all of that easily. $4, $5. Those are not anything. That's not anything insane or crazy. Not at all. I say $5 to $10 is not crazy at all. It's very reasonable. Anything is possible with XRP. They're not letting the people know how explosive XRP is. Matter of fact, they're downplaying XRP and Ripple and SBI and all these different banks. How do you discount that? Period. XRP, it's so explosive. It's so fire. I don't know how else to describe it. And every single day we're reading news. It's not the same news over and over. There's always a new development. The numbers are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You tell me, are you not seeing the numbers? The numbers that and let's be clear, you must take assets under management into account. They're going to be tokenizing all the real world assets. That's going to be huge. Ripple already let it be known they're going after it. Stellar's already involved. Algorand's going to be deeply involved. Algorand has some big stuff coming up, which, by the way, we have some news about that today also. But there's a war going on, an information war. And those people have tons of value at disposal to pay around and have people put information out there to force the people out of this opportunity to be the new 1%. Not financial advice. Do what you want to do, to each his own. I'm just saying, I'm pointing it out because it's there. I'm seeing it every single day and it makes no sense. A lot of what is said, it makes absolutely no sense. How do you go by the value of what it is right now when this is a long-term project, when this is an infrastructure project, when this is a transformational project that's looking to change a system that is countless decades old? Really, we could go much further than that. Hundreds of years old when it comes to mentality of how the value moves amongst the top percent of people that control value around the world, right? That's going to take some time to change. As simple as that, but that doesn't take away from the potentiality of what we're looking at. Not at all. So now, with that being said, we have some XRP news today. We have some Bitcoin news today. We have some Cardano and Polygon news today. All right. And getting a little bit more energy. I think the people like the videos with a little bit more energy in them. Now, this article is titled, Ripple celebrates another SEC loss. This is good. Let's keep it going. We need continued clarity, reinforcement of that clarity. It says here, Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, recently took to X to highlight the recent setback for the SEC in its lawsuit against Kraken. Alderati tweeted, quote, another court, this time in the Kraken case, confirms there's no such thing as a crypto asset security. Of course there isn't. They just made it up. And what was crazy to me is the people continue to go along with what these fake authority figures are saying. Yeah, they're fake. They should never have been ruling over you in the first place. Nobody should be telling you what to do. Some people aren't like that, though. I know everybody's not like that. Some people want to be given orders. Some people want to be submissive. But unfortunately, not all of us are submissive. Not all of us are going to take orders. We don't want to take orders. We don't believe in authority figures. But continuing on here. Bad news for the SEC, whose entire regulation by enforcement strategy hinges on that failed premise. Have you ever seen I don't know how my mind is making this connection here, but have you ever seen where there's some sort of scientific data that shows that every person on earth could fit inside of Texas or something like that? You've seen that? And what that tells me is, like, I don't know about the spacing, of course, but they lead you to believe that there's more people on Earth than there actually are. Like that there is truly a space issue, even though you could drive through multiple states where there's barely anything in those states, right? That's just in the United States alone, right? There's plenty of space on Earth. But what it tells me is that this is about control. Information is all about control. Who controls information controls the people. Who controls the people's perceptions controls the people. This is all about power. They should have never been ruling over the people in the first place. They don't know better than you. I don't know why people believe that. Because someone has a degree. I have my degree. Because someone has a degree does not make them better than you, does not make them smarter than you. I've seen a lot of very unintelligent people with degrees. Believe me, trust me on this. All right. So don't think it makes them better than you. I think the world needs a real change. I think there needs to be a change in the structure of how things are gone about. And I think most people, if you're an adult, there's no excuses for you. You have a voice that should be heard. That's how I feel. I feel like you have a voice that should be heard is not being heard now. Why doesn't your voice count directly toward the actions that are taking place on this earth or in your country or however you want to put it? The earth is really one place. They just divide it all up. I think that's silly as well, but it's just on me. That's just my humble opinion. But your voice should count. The people's voices don't count right now. They don't. Shouldn't that change? But the people be scared to put somebody like me in charge because I'm telling you right now, change is going to happen. The people's voices should count. And then people wouldn't be struggling. They wouldn't have to be this dog way. Sure, you're still going to have to work. You still have to work and earn, or you're living by the sweat of your own brow, for sure. I look at every person as a farmer. Sator arepo tenet operas rotas. The farmer pushes his wheel every day. I'm going to say it again. Sator arepo tenet operas rotas. The farmer pushes his wheel every day. And I believe that. I think that's why that phrase has stood the test of time. There's going to be works, but there's different ways to go about it. We don't have to go about things the way that they've gone right now, where people are just losing this huge portion of life, working towards superficialities that are temporary, that don't make you happy later on, working and withering yourselves away. Whether you're a business owner or not, it's the same thing. You're working and withering yourself away. Constantly climbing this illusory ladder only toward what end? Earth? Well, it could be much better than what it is now. Earth can be much better. Much better. And most of it is not what people have been told it is. Not at all. Just like history is controlled by the victors. People's perceptions are controlled by the authority figures. Be careful who controls your perception. There's a limitation that comes with that. But now let's go here. So SEC has some problems, etc. All right, so let's move on here. I like to discuss real things at times, drop a little bit into the video here and there. So now let's move on here. We need more warriors. We need more intellectual warriors. XRP whale activity rises as 155 million XRP disappear. Let's find out what's going on here. Multiple anonymous XRP transfers have been detected on chain as the XRP community remains stunned. Moreover, the timing of these transactions is crucial as XRP is currently aiming to kickstart a huge rally. Many analysts have been expecting an upward move from the coin. Yeah, it's coming, in my humble opinion. On-chain tracking service Whale Alert has shared details about these XRP transactions. In the first transfer, more than 102 million XRP were transferred from an unknown crypto wallet to another unknown wallet. This transaction was worth around $61 million as the current XRP price. In the second transfer, another XRP whale moved over 26 million XRP coins to Mexico-based crypto exchange Bitso. These coins were estimated to be of value above $15 million. However, this is not. Why did they put a period there? It says, however, this is not, period. All right. Whale Alert has detected another prominent XRP move from another XRP whale. In the last transfer, the whale transferred just over 26 million XRP to European cryptocurrency exchange Bitstamp. Yeah, a lot of whales are getting, first of all, some whales are going to be taking profit, but others are getting ready for a possible explosion. The Bitcoin bull run is almost here. It's so close. The people can taste it. I can feel it. I'm getting fired up reading this news every day. You know, don't get me wrong. Not every video I'm going to have high energy because I have a real life. I'm busy just like you. Sometimes I'm worn out. I'm tired. Sure, I'm still going to make the video. Number one, I want to make the video. Number two, it does some good for me every day to keep my mind active on things that are not work. Yeah, you have to have something to keep your mind busy and take your mind out of the world. It's like how people play video games. Sure, for me, it's making videos. You know, like it's escapism. You escape the real world by doing this activity. So I'm still going to come. I'm still going to pause. I'm still going to make a video. Here's something else, right? So whales are getting ready. That's what it looks like to me. The Bitcoin whales know what's coming. It's just do the XRP, not Bitcoin whales. The Bitcoin people know what's coming. Do the XRP people have that realization and strength of heart to say, listen, this bull run is almost here. We know what's coming. That's the question. You know, I'll say this also about the people. This is going on to the people of the world right now. You can see that the minds of the people want to change. They're ready to fight. They're ready for something different. This is why all these upheavals all over the place. Let me be careful what I say on the channel. But you can see the times are changing. There's a new age coming. The people want something better. Something better. And here's the thing that the people haven't had instilled in them, because the authority figures don't do this. They control the schools. The schools are not going to input this into the children, but giving the people strength of a heart, strength of mind to know that they're good enough. They're strong enough for real change to come, for positive change to come, that people can get along, to have that strength. It takes strength to get along. It's easy to be divided. It's easy to argue. It's easy to get in your emotions and feelings. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. But it shows that it takes the strong to get along with each other, agree to disagree. We all want to live. That type of strength has to be developed and cultivated, but it can be. It can be. So now, let's move on here. And it will be. We're working on it right now. We're doing the hard work on the ground right now to change things in the world. I'll leave it at that. Let's move on here. So now, I mean, look, everyone's different. Some people just want a Lambo. Some people just want a house. That's cool. That's okay. That's their part to play. And some other people feel like we serve a higher purpose. We want to serve a higher purpose, or else life is purposeless. We want to make things better because we live through a harsh reality. So what happens is we wish that someone would have done it already and been successful. So now we're taking our chance to try to change things for the better so that someone in their youth could live better than we did. And we can't run from it because it's a thorn in your mind that, hey, at least, did I take the shot? Can I take the shot? Can I do something? Can I serve a greater purpose? Or do I want to be like everybody else? No, I don't want to be like everybody. I don't. Whatever everybody else is, I don't know what that is. Whatever it is, I don't want to be there. The world spins in a circle. I want to learn to move backwards. You have to be willing to take your shots. And we got to start moving things. Not we, but when I say we, I'm talking about the people that have that energy to elevate, to evolve, to advance to a higher level of being that benefits all those around them, and we don't really need much in return. We're not looking for anything in return because we understand our purpose. Our purpose is to shine like the sun, and the sun comes up every day and shines, and it doesn't ask anything in return. I know that sounds silly. How could the sun ask for something? It's to convey a point. That's how we feel that we want to be. Shine, boom, boom, boom. Plants grow, life grows, give warmth. And served our purpose. Us serving our purpose is enough. That's how we feel. It's what we want to do, what we want to become. The question is, can we get there? Can we advance to that level? We're trying. We're trying. So now, here, we have this article here. I'm going to skip this XRP article. Let's go to a Bitcoin article. Okay, let's get to the Bitcoin. We did 2 XRP articles already. So now, this article is titled, Bitcoin spikes following Fed chair comments. Crypto groups warn of privacy concerns. Kraken denied SEC case dismissal, and more. I'm seeing so many conflicting things. The XRP article says that there was some kind of big victory for Kraken over the SEC. I saw other articles that said the SEC had a victory. These articles are all over the place, I guess, depending on the narrative that they want to push and what they think is going to be hot news. So now it begins here. Happy Friday. I appreciate that writer. Whoever this writer is, I appreciate that. Happy Friday. Today, we look at Bitcoin spiking following the Fed chair's comments. Two crypto organizations pointing out privacy concerns regarding the SEC's consolidated audit trail, how Kraken's motion to dismiss U.S. SEC case was denied. It says Bitcoin spikes as Fed says time for policy adjustment. So I knew that was going to be one of the catalysts. If they choose to do these rate cuts, boom, 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 bang, bang. I'm ready. And I'm going to tell you right now, with something, not the bank coins, but I have other things as well. When those things go up, profit is going to be taken. 100%. Not the bank coins, but I have other things I don't discuss. When those things go up, boom, rapid profit taking, period. I'm going to eat. So now, Bitcoin surged past $61,000 after Fed Chair Jerome Powell expressed confidence that the U.S. inflation is on track to return to 2%. I don't agree with that, but so be it. And suggested potential interest rate cuts. He suggested, really, he did. Interesting. Powell indicated at the Jackson Hole Symposium that the timing and pace of rate cuts will depend on incoming data and the evolving economic outlook. I think the Bitcoin explosion, if this does happen, if they do one rate cut, boom. But if they do two, which has been suggested, if they do two rate cuts before the end of the year, this explosion is going to be bigger than people could ever imagine. At least the potentiality is there. I'm not going to say it like it's a guarantee. I just don't like to do that. I just don't. There's no certainty in saying something that is not certain and then being a fool. Like, there's no point in that. There's no glory in that. I'm just going to be honest. And if that's enough for the people, then that's good for them. You should always want honesty, period. It says, following Powell's speech, the global cryptocurrency market capitalization rose to 2.28 trillion, marking a 0.6% increase in the last 24 hours. Stocks also rose on Friday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average climbing 417 points, the S&P 500 gaining 1.2%, and the NASDAQ Composite advancing 1.8%. The CME FedWatch tool now shows a 67.5% probability of a 25 basis point cut and a 32.5% chance of a 50 basis point cut at the next Federal Open Market Committee meeting in September. The Bitfinex head of derivatives stated that Powell's speech is a significant indicator for the upcoming FOMC meeting, with investors closely monitoring his interpretation of recent economic data. You know, it was interesting. You know what? I'm not going to say that. I'll save it from the members only section. I have a thought that I wanted to speak about, but I'll save that. The Blockchain Association and DeFi Education Fund have raised concerns that the SEC's consolidated audit trail database could compromise privacy for millions, including those involved in digital assets. Okay, let's move on here. I want to get to these other things. You know, my apologies. I feel like I have something stuck in my throat. My apologies, folks. Decentralized. And oh, here we go. Okay, so let's get to this article here. Could be interesting. Another Bitcoin article. I'm expecting Bitcoin to literally melt faces off and perform Mortal Kombat like fatalities when it goes off, and then all the altcoins will go off. Things will skyrocket. This is what I'm expecting, folks. Doesn't need to be what you're expecting. All right. I speak for myself, not for you, not to convince you of anything. I'm expecting the biggest bull run of all time. When these things pop off, Bitcoin will make money. Or a lot of the other tried and true utility coins will go up like they did in 2021. They will rip heads off. Their pockets will be filled. And at that time, you'll have to make that decision for yourself to know when to act if you need to act now. I don't know what's to come after this, because the world is in a crazy place. Geopolitical tensions, battles going on everywhere. The politics are out of control. You never know what's going to happen with that. And we have seen that they can kneecap us. They can hamper us. We don't know what's to come. So, you know, in that moment where everything goes off, it may be time to strike when the iron is hot. You know, it depends on your outlook on things. So now, This article is titled Decentralized Naming Could Bring Next Billion Users to Bitcoin. If you like this more high energy style, then click the like button and then I'll know. When I look at the like button, it tells me everything I need to know. I promise you. I look at it and I say, man, some of my videos recently, I felt like that was some of my best work. And then the likes are down. And I'm like, oh, I guess the people don't like that. It has some numbers in there. I feel like I was being pretty intellectual. Maybe they didn't like the energy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I look at that like button. I say, okay, all right. So that's not the style that they want. So then I have to go to something else. I do want the channel to be successful. Then when the likes are up, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out when the likes are up, what was it about this video that the people actually liked? Like, and it, you know, I always have to rack my mind because I don't know what it was about this particular video or that. Each video is different, you know. But when I see the likes up, I know I did something right. Right. That's how I feel. And then I try to do that again if I can figure out what it is. So anyway, this article was titled Decentralized Naming Could Bring Next Billion Users to Bitcoin. Spaces Protocol founder Mike Carson argues that in light of the recent Squarespace DNS attack, domains should be decentralized and put on the blockchain. As centralized domain incidents highlight security flaws, an executive argued that decentralized naming on the Bitcoin network would be a better alternative for domain names. Mike Carson, the founder of the Bitcoin-based naming project Spaces Protocol, said everyone currently relies on trusted third parties for their usernames, domain names. However, an incident involving decentralized finance protocols relying on Squarespace's registry system highlighted problems in the current setup. On July 11th, an attack on the Squarespace DNS registry affected over 100 crypto projects. The vulnerability threatened the DeFi space with phishing attacks, which resulted in funds being lost. Carson believes that this highlights a need for decentralized domains and argues that it should be on Bitcoin. I disagree, but okay. The most secure and decentralized blockchain, no, hand that over to somebody like, in my opinion, hand that over to like a Chainlink or a VeChain or somebody like that, who has great experience with utility, and I don't remember them ever having serious problems ever. Says Carson, who founded the domain name back ordering service Park.io and co-founded software firm WiseHive, told Cointelegraph that domains should be on a blockchain. After years of working with domain registrars, the executive realized that domains should be decentralized. All right, so now let's move on here. I want to get this little bit of Cardano news here, and then then I'll do the members only video and hopefully post that either later today or tomorrow morning. This article is titled Cardano CEO mulls Algorand partnership to build decentralized AI. So Algorand and Cardano may come together. In the latest development, Cardano CEO Charles Hoskinson shared his views on the power of the Algorand blockchain technology and the possibilities of partnering with them on decentralized artificial intelligence projects. Such a partnership can unlock new opportunities for both players in the rapidly evolving AI industry. Cardano CEO praises Algorand blockchain. Charles Hoskinson has always been appreciative of potential crypto projects in the market working on decentralized blockchain solutions. Hoskinson recently shared his views on Algorand's technology, adding that if combined with a specialized proof of work optimized for AI inference, it will make Algorand the leading decentralized AI powerhouse in the crypto industry. The Cardano CEO stated that such a development would be exciting while proposing Algorand to become a partner chain with them. Do it. Yes, do it. New financial system coming together. Once again, you see it's all congealing together. Once again, do it. Yes, this would be great. He said that together they would push the capabilities of Minotaur to their fullest potential. I don't know why I pronounced Minotaur like that, but Algorand Technologies Chief Technical Officer Gary Maloof responded to Hoskinson saying, quote, "Hi, Charles, we'd love to hear more about what you're thinking." Really, definitely not the first time we've discussed an overlap with AI capabilities. I told you AI is coming. I told you AI is going to be dominant in blockchain. They have to congeal everything together. AI, DLT, and then don't forget later on quantum computing, which I believe Algorand is quantum proof. I think it was either Algorand or Hedera or both are quantum proof. All right. You're going to need that. So quantum computers are not breaking down these systems and penetrating these systems. You know, but we shall see what happens. But this is a very, very good development, in my humble opinion. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.